Here is a 2018 Heritage Edition, and as we've talked about, paying homage to the winning car of A.J. Foyt and Dan Gurney at Le Mans back in 1967.
Yeah, Ford real proud of that accomplishment, and when they created this Heritage Edition, it was an instant sensation. This is chassis number 174. It's got 780 miles on it. Power is a high-tech, twin-turbo, heavily intercooled 3.5-liter V6, putting out 647 horsepower. Lots of options as well, including titanium exhaust, Bill. That's a $10,000 option itself. I'm expecting $1 million or more bid on this.
Anything less would be a surprise to me, I know that.
Seven-speed, dual clutch, sequential transmission. You can let it shift automatically, or you can take manual control via those big paddle shifters.
Carroll Shelby often told the story how grateful he was to Dan Gurney in 1967 at Le Mans. Of course, Shelby was managing that team. Dan Gurney knew that A.J. Foyt would try to go quicker than him as soon as they started practicing out there on the road course. And Dan Gurney purposely did not go 100% on those practice laps because Dan always believed it was an endurance contest, not a speed contest. Because if you don't finish, if you blow the car up, there's no way you can win.
Yep.
And Carroll Shelby said Dan Gurney was so smart and wise in just backing off a little bit whenever he was out there. So A.J., the competitive son of a gun that he is, wouldn't try to beat Gurney's times.
$950,000.
This essentially, we said this before, but it is a street legal race car. It's light, it's a little bit harsh, but the handling and the braking and the acceleration and the top speed, all world class. 216 miles per hour on the top end, about 2.8 seconds, 0 to 60. And the snarl of that potent V6 power plant. Saw two of them on the streets in Monterey, California a couple of years ago, and I just wanted to stay behind it and listen to it. Of course, I wouldn't be able to even remotely keep up with it had the driver wanted to leave me in the dust.
Right.
Well, Matt Morvac asking one of our phone bidders if $950,000 is possible.
Well, the Ford GT, the legend of this car, started all the way back in the 1960s. Biggest claim to fame, and the reserves off, $900,000. 1966 to 1969, that's 4 consecutive years. The Ford GT won Le Mans in a huge triumph for Ford Motor Company. Of course, fairly well documented in the great movie Ford versus Ferrari. A little bit of Hollywood interpretation in there, but still a great movie. And the facts remain this, as Ford in the late 60s dominated Le Mans, and that success resonates today, Bill.
Yeah, and the early Ford GTs were anything but race winners. It took a while to develop these cars, and Carroll Shelby has to take a lot of the credit for refining those cars and making them the world-class sports cars they became.